Hola clase, welcome to our first Chapter 8 screencast for the chapter. I'm going to spend a little bit of time going over both meaning and pronunciation, definition, and so on to start things off. We're going to jump right into several different slides with a little bit of new material today. I hope that this helps you to understand things a little bit more in advance or maybe generate some questions. And if you stay tuned for a while, there will be an extra credit assignment embedded in this screencast as well. So enjoy. Vamos a empezar. We'll go ahead and begin. Describing a past event is our first section here. Aburridísimo is extremely boring. Really or extremely boring. ¿Cómo estuvo? How was it? ¿Cómo te fue? How did it go? De maravilla is marvelous or great. De película is another way of saying great or outstanding. Más o menos bien means more or less okay. ¿Qué tal estuvieron? How were they? ¿Qué tal lo pasaste? How did it go? You notice that ¿Cómo te fue and ¿Qué tal lo pasaste ask almost the same thing. So some of these are synonymous phrases, right? At the amusement park, los carros chocones are bumper cars. Carros chocones. La montaña rusa is a roller coaster. La montaña rusa. El parque de atracciones, an amusement park. La rueda de Chicago is a Ferris wheel. La rueda de Chicago. Few items at the zoo. El cocodrilo is a crocodile. El loro is a bird. El mono is a monkey. Just so you're aware, el loro is kind of a difficult word because el loro, the actual cognate for it is like a lorry or a lorikeet, which is a kind of a parrot. El loro is supposed to mean parrot, but it can mean, I mean, depending on where you go in the world, it depends on how scientific you want to get with the exact correct name, like a macaw versus a conure versus a lorry and so on. But generally speaking, el loro is a bird of the parrot family. La serpiente is the snake. El tigre is the tiger. La tortuga is a turtle. El zoológico is the zoo. Los efectos especiales are special effects. This is at the movies. La estrella de cine is a movie star. El estreno is the premiere of a movie. El estreno. So those are a few seemingly random different vocab categories and items, which we'll start to put together a little bit more in class, obviously. Let's take a look at what the grammar side of things is going to look like. So, whoops, we want Spanish 1 or Spanish 2. Very good. And let's get this rolling. Here, first one. Superlativos, superlatives. Let me bring this down for you a little bit. There we go. To express that something is really or extremely one way or the other, drop the vowel ending of an adjective and add isimo or isima. So, for example, the word is rápido, which is fast. Rapidísima would be really fast or extremely fast. If the word were, for example, bueno, which is good, if you want to say really or extremely good, you'd say buenísimo. If the word were malo, which is bad, malísimo would be really bad or extremely bad. So adding the isimo or isima ending things makes them really or extremely something. So another example, el partido estuvo divertidísimo. The game was really fun. Las clases estuvieron aburridísimas. The classes were really or extremely boring. Now please note that even though we changed it to an isimo ending, I still made it agree in both gender as well as number. So it wasn't just las clases estuvieron aburridísimo. No, clases is feminine and plural, so therefore aburridísimas had to be feminine and plural as well. So that still exists. Okay, just a little bit more with superlatives. To single out something as the most or the least of something, you're going to use this. It's going to look like kind of a big formula, but we'll get used to it. El, la, los, or la. So just take the word for the, plus a noun, plus the word most or least, más o menos, and then an adjective. Example. El animal más divertido es el loro. The most fun animal is the parrot. So el comes from here. Animal, there's your noun. Más, most. Divertido, there's your adjective. El animal más divertido es el loro. Okay, just a few more examples very quickly. I'm going to have to move this. I'm in the way for a second. Here we go. Bueno and malo have irregular forms, mejor and peor, for best and worst. Notice that you don't need to use the word más with mejor or peor. You don't need to say most good or most bad. You just say mejor for best, peor for worst. Example, este estreno tiene los mejores efectos especiales del mundo. This premiere has the best special effects of the world, or in the world. En tu opinión, ¿qué actor es el peor? In your opinion, which actor is the worst? So, mejor and peor, best and worst. Let me move myself up a second here. There I am. Now you can see the words down there. When you're expressing superlatives, always use de to mean in or of. We use this over here already for, whoops, that right there, okay? You refer to los efectos especiales del mundo, all right? In the world. It literally means of the, but we say in the. Example, esta es la montaña rusa más rápida del mundo. This is the roller coaster most rapid of the world. Well, what you're really trying to say is this is the fastest roller coaster in the world. Y es todo. Okay, so at this point you're probably wondering, well, he mentioned something about special or extra credit. So what might it be? Here is your job. Please write for me 5 sentences using superlatives, that's this stuff here, and or this item here, and or this item here. Any 5 sentences in Spanish and in English at random. You can't use my sentences, but you can use derivations of them. Right? 5 sentences that use information from superlatives from anywhere in these slides. Okay? You can use whatever vocab you want, so long as it makes sense both in Spanish and also translate it for me. Yes, pues todo. Write it on a note card, turn it in to me at the beginning of class, and we'll take it from there. Okay? Again, if this creates more questions than answers, then come to class ready for those, ready with those questions. I'll be able to help you out. Or you can always email me if you really want to get ahead of the ball game. But thank you for tuning in and watching. Hopefully all is going well, and hopefully we'll start to get on something that resembles a schedule in the near future. Thanks a lot. Ciao, adios, y hasta luego.